Well, welcome to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
And I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
Good to see you again.
Yes, it is, my brother.
Always a pleasure to host with you.
Yeah, it is. I enjoy hosting with you as well. We have a lot of information that we try to give to our community and also help our community go down the right direction and path.
That's what it's all about.
Yep.
Serving God by serving His people.
This is a great program for that, and we ought to be feel blessed to be able to share it with the community.
And I certainly do. And we want to thank you for joining us each and every week at our new time on Sundays, 5:30 p.m. And on Wednesdays at 11 o'clock p.m. you can tune in. Also, please go to our YouTube channel on the WHMB TV 40 YouTube. Subscribe. You can watch this show and others that you might have missed. Also, please go to our Facebook page and like us on Facebook.
Yes, we are not only on Facebook, but we're on YouTube. And I'm telling you, we have a plethora of shows. Matter of fact, we're approaching 100, aren't we?
Getting close.
Yeah, thank God for that.
We'll probably have a special show.
Yeah, we're going to have
a big cake and all that.
Yeah, share it with the community.
Yeah.
Central Indiana.
Yeah, so thank you all for joining us. We have a lot to share with you. We have some wonderful guests. You know, we deal with soul insurance.
Right.
And our next guest deals with life insurance.
It's going to be something, we're going to see this contrast come into fruition here in just a few minutes.
Yeah, so don't go away. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
And our esteemed guest on today, Mr. William Evans Sr. You are a managing agent at the Lincoln Heritage Life Insurance Company.
Yes, thank you.
So thanks for coming.
You're more than welcome. Thank you for having me on the show. I'm definitely excited and grateful to be here.
We're excited to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how did you get into the insurance industry?
Well, my grandmother always had an insurance guy come over to the house once a month when I was younger. And when she passed in 2002, everything was pretty much laid out. So back in 2014, I was able to be introduced to Lincoln Heritage. And I understood what they did as far as planning the funeral and then just making sure the family was taken care of financially. And that just really struck a chord with me, especially being a preacher's son and having to see my parents have to help people out that didn't have insurance. So I just figured it would be a good platform to help serve the community.
Yeah, and that happens a lot.
Yeah, it happens a lot in Central Indiana. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he can attest to that.
Yeah.
I think what really struck a chord with me is when he said that he wants to help people who do not have insurance. And I think that's very, very important in our community here in Central Indiana. People need to know that they have to prepare for death as well as they do life.
Yeah. And it's interesting, William, that a lot of people wait. And I won't even say people wait until the last minute. People just wait and they don't do anything often. And then the family is tasked with trying to take care of the final expenses. So some of the things that you all do to alleviate that.
Absolutely. Well, we still believe in that personal face-to-face service. So we actually come out and we visit with the people so that we can establish the common ground of trust. And what we do at Lincoln Heritage is we give them an opportunity to have an affordable plan, because a lot of people don't move forward because they think it's not affordable. So we tailor make our product to their specific budget, and we also give them an opportunity to pre-plan, so that way the family isn't having to carry the burden of what do we do now? We've just lost our loved one, and we don't know who to go to and what to do.
He said something, James, that's very, very important to us as people who deal with the souls of people. And that is, he said, affordable.
Yeah.
I think the average funeral now is at $7,500 to $7,800 a year. I mean, not a year, but per person in the United States. How can that become affordable?
Well, what we do is the community that we really deal in, they are on fixed income for the most part.
Right.
So our plan is designated to kind of make sure that they still have enough to live on, but also take care of that final expense because they're not working. So what we do is we know that the funerals cost between $7,000 and $9,000 on average. So we want to make sure that we have enough to cover that need, which therefore we make sure they have enough funds to take care of it.
Yeah. And my grandmother died last year. And
At the end of last year.
End of last
Yeah.
year. And she lived in Marion. My grandfather still lives there. And when we went to the funeral home, they had purchased almost everything years ago, I mean decades ago. And it made everything a lot easier in having to go through. And I think we had a very, very small balance. And that's the kind of thing that you guys work in.
Absolutely. We have what is called the Funeral Consumer Guardian Society. And what that is it's a nonprofit organization that works exclusively with Lincoln Heritage Life Insurance Company to help guide the family through that process. Sometimes when a family member passes away, the family that's left to take care of it, they're not emotionally stable enough to go through the process. So we'll actually touch base with the funeral home of their choice, making sure that everything is in order and just making sure that they can move through the process as easy as possible.
Outstanding.
Another problem that is happening now in this particular business, to where Lincoln provides an exceptional opportunity for seniors and et cetera. The burial expenses have tendency to affect because they're separate from the regular policy, if I might suggest. How can you help an individual with that?
Absolutely. Well, what we focus on is wherever the person would like to be laid to rest or be, have their homegoing celebration, we will basically make sure that the funeral home of their choice, we understand how much it costs. There could be other extra expenses that come with that. That's why we call it a final expense plan. So our goal is just to make sure that we have enough adequate coverage, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 in coverage for a traditional service, and then make sure that it's affordable for the client. If they're looking to do something extra, there may be a family member that may need to come out of town, or they may have the repast, things of that nature. That's when we'll look at some additional coverage. But we want to make sure that we have enough coverage to take care of that immediate need, and that's making sure the family isn't burdened with that number one bill that they will get.
And you all are offering career opportunities.
Yes.
How can people get linked in to Lincoln?
Absolutely. We actually have a website. I'm a part of the Howard Group, and we are actually partnered with Financial Providence Group. And these are agencies that are partnered with Lincoln Heritage. So here in central Indiana, in the whole state of Indiana, we only have a 27 to 30% penetration rate. So I work 12 or 14 hours a day, so I need some help. So you can actually give me a call, or you can go to our website. We can come in and we can interview you. And we don't really look to hire, we look to, I would say, have business partners, because we're going to partner up.
Collaboration.
Absolutely. Because it's not a job, it's an actual career. Whereas if you have the heart to serve, and we're looking for quality people that want to serve the community on the person's worst day, then you're probably the type of person that we're looking for.
You know what, Brother Jackson, most people after hearing that really sounds interesting. And so here goes the stellar question. What does an individual, what can they expect as it relates to possibly a starting salary with Lincoln Heritage?
Well, we have a blueprint. We have a system that's already laid out. And if you're willing to follow the system and be coachable, you can make anywhere or earn anywhere between $50,000 to $75,000 your first year. And that's without even knowing anything about the life insurance agency or industry, because basically we're making sure that we get quality people that want to serve. And if you're coachable and can follow the system that's already been put in place by us, I can almost guarantee that you'll make a really, really nice living.
Yeah, that's a pretty good guarantee.
You guarantee that?
Almost guarantee.
Almost guarantee, because some people don't like to follow systems. But the thing is, we have the tools and the resources in place to bring aboard the right people. And we're just looking to grow the state of Indiana. Again, we only have a 30% penetration rate here. So there's so much business and so many people that need our help that we have leads that come in, and we have leads that are 2 and 3 months old where we haven't been able to get to them because we don't have enough people. So I'm looking to talk to quality people that's ready to partner with me and Lincoln so we can move forward.
Yeah. We want to encourage you to get linked in to Lincoln, all those of you who are watching on today. And certainly want to thank you for coming. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
All the best to your efforts.
Good deal. Can I give the phone number out?
Absolutely.
Sorry, I
Sure,
apologize.
go right ahead.
Okay.
Look right into that camera there.
Thank you so much. The number where I can be reached is area code 317-721-4717, or you can go to our website, which is www.thehoward-group.com. And we're looking to hear from those qualified individuals that's looking to serve the people.
Yeah, stay with us. We got more to come. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
And I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
And with us today is Kristen Conrad
Yeah.
from the Humane Society.
Hello.
Hello, Ms.
Hello.
Conrad. How are
Hi.
you?
I'm
Thanks
fine.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. How are things at the Humane Society?
It's great. You know, I always say it's really fun to work somewhere where I can take puppy and kitten breaks occasionally, and we're doing well. We're having a great year as far as adoptions go, and all our other services are going great too.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
What are the number of adoptions you had so far this year?
Oh, this year we've had 1,000 something at this point. I don't know the exact number, but
Fourth month of the year, 1,000?
yeah, last year we had it was around 3,400.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, so we have quite a few animals who go through our doors over the course of a year.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, it's a good thing that we can help them. We are the largest private nonprofit animal shelter in the state, and we're really happy that we can help cats and dogs. We're a limited admission facility, so anyone who comes to us, I mean cats or dogs when I say that, can stay with us as long as they need, if they need behavior recuperation or any kind of medical care. We're blessed that we can provide that.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
If there are folks who are watching who are having some problems with their pets, or if there are folks who are living in neighborhoods where there are stray dogs and cats,
Sure.
what would they need to do?
Sure. Well, there are a couple different things. So we do have a behavior hotline at the shelter, and also behavior team at the shelter that can help with animal behavior type issues if people are having issues, with their dogs or cats that they own and are maybe thinking about surrendering them because of those issues. We always say we like to try to help them keep the animal in their home if possible. So we have a team on hand that can kind of counsel them when it comes to those behavior and training type issues. And then if there are issues with medical care, we have a low-cost vaccine clinic that provides, actually we have two of those, that provides basic care and services, basic vaccinations and like preventative care, heartworm, flea and tick treatment, that sort of thing. And we have one location at our shelter at 79th and Michigan Road, and the other is at our Animal Welfare Center. And that facility can also offer low-cost spay-neuter services to people who may not be able to go to like a full-service animal clinic and pay, hundreds of dollars for something like that. We offer spay-neuter at that facility for anywhere between $25 and $65, depending on the size of the animal. Yeah, and we can also help if people, just need a little help. If it comes to like food or just resources, we can point them in the right direction, and often can help provide, food if they just need it as a one-time thing, or direct them to organizations that can help with those types of things. We really love to keep animals in homes if we can,
Right.
and then we're there if they can't, of course.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It's amazing how you do so much being a
Yeah.
nonprofit and you don't get government resources to do
Sure.
this. Tell us
and-
how that works.
Yeah, and that's a misconception I think about us a lot is people think that we are, city funded. We're not. We're a private nonprofit organization, and most of our funding comes from donations. So we do seek donations throughout the year, and then we also have a large fundraiser every year at the end of April called Mutt Strut. It's coming up, and it's a great event that helps raise funds for the shelter that we use then throughout the year. And we also do have some services we offer, and those kind of fees that come from the services also support the shelter. We have a retail store at the shelter that offers kind of the basic pet supplies. Our vaccine clinics, all the funding or all the funds we receive from those services come back to the shelter, and then the fees for spay neuter come back to us as well.
What was so interesting, as I read your information, you bequest. Explain.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
Yeah. We say people are dying to give us money. That's a terrible joke, but we do offer bequest kind of counseling for people if they're looking for somewhere to kind of put that funding at the end of their life, and we can help talk to them, counsel them about that. We do actually have quite a bit of funding that comes in through those bequests.
A lot of pet lovers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Pet lovers, and we have tons of volunteers at the shelter too. So we often will see it from our volunteers. I think lots of people love animals. So that's a big part of it, of course.
Yeah.
And pet lovers, people who love their pets, people who have adopted from us in the past. A lot of people have a connection with our organization, and that's what's been really fun for me to see in my job is how many people really love what we do and love the Humane Society, and it's a great place to work because of that. Mm-hmm.
And Kristen, how significantly important is the spaying and the neutering concept?
Right. That's a great question. It's so important, and part of the reason that we opened our Animal Welfare Center, which is on the near west side of town, kind of in the Hawville neighborhood, is we kind of determined at one point that we can't adopt our way out of the animal overpopulation problem in Indianapolis and needed to start doing something else. And that's a big reason why we decided to open this low-cost spay-neuter facility, because there are so many strays in Indianapolis, so many litters of animals being born that we really needed to try to start combating the problem at the source really and start encouraging spay-neuter more. And we have actually seen the number of animals surrendered to animal care and control go down since we started offering this service. So,
Good.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of dog parks popping up.
Right.
Yes, we do, and a lot of people don't know this either. We have a dog park right on the grounds of our facility at 79th and Michigan Road, and it's a huge dog park, and it has a agility course. So if you want to work with your dog, kind of and jump through some obstacles and train in that way, we have that available. And then it's one of the largest dog parks in the city. It's really a nice facility to come out with your dog and play. And we do offer a day pass if you just want to come out for the day, or an annual pass if you want to come out all year long. And we actually have dog walking trails too, which is nice.
Really?
Yeah.
What's something like that cost?
It is a day pass is just $10, and I believe the annual is $75, and that information is available on our website for sure. But I believe it's $60 or $75, for the first dog. Yeah.
Sound like it would be a good place to meet people, socialize a little bit.
Yeah, we have picnic tables out there, and we see a lot of people who come out. We kind of call them our regulars who come out often, and they get to know other people who come out. It's a great sense of community out there, and I think it's a really fun place for the dogs to run around.
Tell
and
us
play.
about the fundraiser.
Yeah, on April 29th, we have a fundraiser called Mutt Strut. It's our largest annual fundraising event, and it's a dog walk out at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So you can walk your dog around the track, kiss the bricks, and have a fun day out there. And we also have vendors out on the plaza all day, and contests and all kinds of things going on. We call it a party on the plaza, basically. Yeah.
How productive is that fundraiser?
It is a huge source of funding for us each year. It's the only large fundraiser we do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it is huge for the shelter. And we tend to see around 7,000 animals and 6,000 people who come out annually each year. So we're hoping
the
for
Mutt
good
Strut?
weather. Mutt Strut,
That's
yes.
a major event.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Especially-
first time I went out, I was amazed. You don't, you go to the Speedway and don't expect to see that many dogs roaming around on a normal day. So
Let
it
me
was,
ask you a question.
yeah.
Does the dogs have tendency to be aggressive toward one another at those type of situations?
That's a great question. The first time I went out, I wondered about that, that many dogs in one place, and we've never had an issue. They all tend to get along well, and we do offer something we call the Yellow Ribbon Project as well. This is a national thing that's starting to become more recognized in Indianapolis. But if you have a dog who just needs a little more space and you might not want other dogs to approach, you can put a yellow ribbon on the leash, and we do provide those at Mudstrut too. And that's supposed to be kind of a warning sign that, that dog just might need a little more space and don't want to approach directly.
Oh, so you're tagging the bad ones, huh?
Nah, just the ones that need a little space. They're not bad.
Everybody needs a little space.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a little space.
But it's amazing. We haven't had issues. That is our 14th annual event. We haven't had any issues in the years that we've been doing it. It's been great. So,
That's good.
yeah, every dog owners that come out are really wonderful about keeping track of their animals too.
Yeah.
We sometimes see cats out there too. I shouldn't just say dogs.
Okay.
Cats are important too.
yeah, exactly.
What's the most strangest animal you've had in the Humane Society?
Oh, well, and we only take in dogs and cats, but that doesn't stop people from, you're right, we've seen some other strange ones. We had a goat one time that we were able to get to another rescue that specializes in those types of animals, and we had a snake at one point. We actually have a cockatiel that's in residence, we say, and lives at the Humane Society, not available for adoption or anything, but ended up with us and decided that he really liked it, so he's kind of made his home at the Humane Society with us. So.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Kristen, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Stay with us. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
I'm the co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
And I'm your executive producer, Faith McKinney.
Great segment with the life insurance, Lincoln Health,
Yes,
Lincoln Heritage.
Lincoln Heritage,
Lincoln Heritage Life Insurance.
which is also concerned about health,
Absolutely.
because it's when you know that you can make sure your final arrangements are in place. That's a healthy feeling.
It really is. My husband had a health scare quite a few times, and it really worried me to know that I wasn't prepared. And so hearing what Mr. Evans had to say was reassuring that there is hope. I can go ahead and get started on preparations for myself or my husband, and my children won't have to worry about it.
Yeah. My wife and I, we've already got some things going.
Yeah, Miss Paulistine, my wife, she's done a great job in that area. She's doing a great job.
I hope
with
you're
it.
in agreement.
I am in agreement. It doesn't make any difference. I won't be here. But she's done a great job. She's working with some people, and hopefully we'll get them on the show too as well.
Yeah.
To talk about the same thing in a different manner, possibly. Love to have them to come on.
It's really important.
Yeah, I think it's really important, especially when you pastor. When you're pastoring, you run into a lot of situations to where what he's talking about does not exist in those situations.
Yeah. And of course, with the Humane Society and all the things that they're doing and making possible for people who have pets, and putting the additional center out in Hallville,
Right.
To try to take care of the issues out there.
Yeah, and it's all nonprofit. It doesn't depend on the city. It doesn't depend on government dollars, which is phenomenal. A lot of people didn't know that, but they know it by watching Real People, Real Voices, that Humane Society is a nonprofit organization, and they can participate.
And they only have that one big fundraiser per year. So, that's a great opportunity for people to get out. And they also have a dog park where, they can get out and meet people and see their dogs too, exercise and have fun.
Yeah.
Take a picnic.
True, and we're talking about people who may want to leave something to the Humane Society.
I thought that was
Upon their
interesting.
death, yeah. There's a lot of pet lovers out there, and there are people who have left significant amounts of money.
Right.
So we want to thank you for joining us on today. We hope you enjoyed the show. Please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. You can watch this show and others that you might have missed. Also, please go to our Facebook page and like us on Facebook. I think you'll really enjoy what we have for you there. Thank you, Dr. Moore,
Thank you, my friend.
for your time here with us today.
And you too, Faith.
Thank you for
Great
having me.
faith.
Great Faith.
Yeah,
Keep the
executive
faith.
director, so that'd be great faith.
Yes. Doing a
Again.
phenomenal job.
Watch us on Sundays at 5:30, our new time, on Wednesdays at 11 o'clock p.m. We hope to see you again next time. Good night.
Good night.